Hi, welcome to our Kangen Water live stream. My name is Tiffany Lamb. I'm currently 20 years old and I'm from Houston, Texas.
And my name is Kevin Tran. I am currently 18 years old and I am also from Houston, Texas.
And today we're going to introduce to you a little history about the Kangen water machine and a demonstration of what this machine can do. We have different liquids that people consume every day. So this is 7-Up. We buy this at H-E-B, anywhere. We can buy it at a restaurant. And a lot of people consume this every day, especially a lot of children. And next we have Ozarka, another famous water brand that is sold in stores. And after we have Dasani, another famous water bottle brand. It's a little more pricier than Ozarka. And then we have Aquafina. And next we're using tap water that you can get from your sink, your kitchen sink. And here is filled with 9.5 unit water. And this demonstration, we're going to use the ORP meter, and this measures the oxidation levels in each liquid. So can I have a guest come up and tell me the levels of oxidations in each liquids, please?
We're going to start off with Kangen water.
So we're going to start off with Kangen water, and we're having a guest here tell us what the level is.
Trừ 596.
So she says about negative 506. Oh, 560, sorry. Negative 560. It's slowly going up, negative 600. And if you keep it in more, it'll go probably up to 700. Next we have tap water.
Tap water cộng 388 4.004.
So it's currently at positive 400, going up to 5.
Trên 500.
Next we have our Aquafina.
Aquafina 385 385.
Positive 350, 60, 70. Dasani.
Dasani 384 382.
Positive 380. 380.
Ozarka 380 379.
Positive 380, same as Dasani and Aquafina. And lastly, 7-Up.
7-Up 50485.
Positive 400. Now, can you go back to the Kangen water and see what happens?
Kangen water 584 590.
So it went back all the way down to negative 500, about 500, 600. So as you can see, the Kangen water and 7-Up are polar opposites on oxidation levels.
Yeah, so as you can see here, everything except Kangen water is above 0 in the positives, like positive hundreds, which means that every time you're drinking any of these bottles of water, or especially soda, you're oxidizing your body and aging it even more. On the other hand, when you're drinking Kangen water, as you can see from the ORP meter, it was all the way in the negative 600s, which means that you're anti-oxidizing your body and you can actually slow down the aging process.
So that concludes our antioxidant characteristic of alkaline water. Next, we'll be talking about the alkalinity.
Okay. Alright, so there was a scientist in the 1940s who did an experiment on cancer cells, and he goes by the name of Dr. Otto Warburg. And what he discovered was that cancer cells actually thrive in an acidic environment, but on the other hand, it doesn't do so well in alkaline environments. Okay, for those of you who don't know what pH is the measure of acidity, and it goes on a scale from 1 through 14. 7 being neutral in the middle. If it's more than 7, then it's alkaline. If it's less than 7, then it's acidic. And if you can see on this picture up here, we're going to be using pH indicator drops, which turns the water here into different colors depending on what pH they are.
And so if the color of the water is warm, around like the color red, yellow, orange, then we can say it represents sickness. So it's high in acidity levels. It can be caused from stress, aging. Like this is the chemicals that are in your body currently. And if it turns to the cooler colors like blue, purples, then it represents a lot of health. This can be represented in all the vegetables that you eat every day, anything that detoxifies your body. So I'm going to start with the 7-Up.
She's going to put about 3 to 4 drops in each cup.
So you can already see how fast the colors change. And yeah, so here it is. The water bottles that you usually buy in like regular stores turn yellow. Just very, very acidic, as well as your 7-Up. The tap water is a little blue here, and that's only because it is regulated by the government to have a certain level of alkalinity in the water, just so that it's safe enough to drink. And then here we have our 9.5 Enagic Kangen water. It's bright purple.
Okay, so obviously, as you can see here, all the bottled water on the market today, and especially soda, are all highly acidic as they turn the color yellow when we put the pH indicator drops. And tap water, as Tiffany has stated, it's only regulated by the city, but they use actually like chemicals to make it alkaline. Unlike Kangen, the Kangen K8 machine, which does it through ionization that makes real alkaline water and stays alkaline, no matter how much, no matter what you use to change it.
So now we're going to do a little demonstration of kind of a situation maybe where you've gone out with your friends to go eat, any restaurant, you go out at night and you ingest a lot of toxins in your body, a lot of acidic foods. So we can kind of say that these represent those toxins or those acids. Let me show you what happens if you ingest Kangen water and what that does to your body. See that all of the drinks and all of the foods that you ingest every day turn purple, which means that this water, it has the ability to neutralize any type of acids, any toxins in your body to come back to the neutral state that your body needs to stay in. And as my friend Kevin said before, the person that discovered this discovered the fact that our body is not meant to live in very acidic environments. It shows that whenever we don't ingest alkaline, our body is going to stay in that acidic environment. Therefore, increases our aging rate. So yeah, so now we're going to do another demonstration with our soda and see what happens if maybe you've been eating really healthy, you've been reaching all of your goals to keep your body at a neutral state. Look what happens when you drink just a little bit of soda.
Before I do this, I just want to point out that, as you can see, soda, even when we mix it with Kangen water, it still stays yellow, and that's because it's so acidic that just 1 cup of Kangen water is not enough to neutralize it. In fact, it's going to take about 32 cups of Kangen water to make this neutralize back to alkaline. Yeah. And so as you can see, all the colors change back to alkaline when we drink Kangen water. And as we all know, the foods we eat every day contains like acid in it. We're not going to be able to avoid it. Like about 70% of the food we eat has acid in it. But when we drink Kangen water, we can have a better chance of neutralizing our body and making our body more alkaline. But let's see what happens when we take just one sip of soda. Let's say you've been eating salads, you've been eating like grilled white chicken meat, but then you take a sip of soda.
Wow. So now all of our foods and all of our drinks are acidic thanks to our 7-Up there. Yeah, basically to conclude this portion, this characteristic, I personally know a lot of people who have been drinking a lot of soda all their entire lives. I've been eating really bad food, not exercising properly, but after purchasing our K8 machine, after a couple of months, about 6 to 7 months, they see steadily improvement in their health and in their lifestyle as well. So that should say that.
Okay, moving on to the final property of Kangen water, which is microclustering. Now, have you ever drinking water and just feel it sloshing around in your stomach, or you have this bloated feeling? That's because normal micro molecules of normal water that we drink are too big to be able to absorb into our human cells. However, with Kangen water, the molecules are about 4 to 5 times smaller than that of normal water. And that is important because it's able to actually penetrate our human cells and hydrate us at a cellular level. And we're going to demonstrate that with the tea bag that we have right here.
So this is a normal tea bag that you can buy also at any other store. Usually we make the tea by boiling hot water, right? Well, we're going to demonstrate to you how you don't have to do that. You only need a cup of Kangen water to dissolve the tea bag.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say we're making tea with normal water, right? As you can see, the water's kind of murky, but still pretty clear and white. None of the tea is coming out of the bag. And now let's try making it with Kangen water. As we can see, immediately the water from the Kangen machine penetrates the tea bag and takes the tea out of it, making this dark, rich tea without actually being hot itself. Yeah.
Let's try it again.
Right? Yeah. Some of you are probably like, hey, it's a trick tea bag, right? So we'll just try it again here with normal water. Yeah, still a little murky, but not as rich and dark as Kangen water. Yeah, barely of the tea is coming out of the bag. And now some of you are probably like, oh yeah, the Kangen water took out all the tea from the bag. Right, so I'm going to do it one more time with Kangen water. Again, immediately it penetrates the tea bag and makes this dark, rich yellow tea from just room temperature water. And now what this demonstration is showing you is that the molecules of Kangen water are so small, and this is so beneficial to you because when you drink it, you will no longer feel that sloshing feeling, it won't just sit in your stomach, but it'll actually hydrate your cells as soon as you drink it because it can actually penetrate through the cells itself.
Alright, to do another demonstration with the green tea, I'm going to do kind of a representative of what the tea what the water in the tea bag could stand for. So he's going to kind of squeeze out some liquid that comes out from the tea bag, and I'm going to use it as kind of a representative of a vitamin pill. So we all drink vitamins. Well, most people drink vitamins every day to supplement our bodies from any minerals and vitamins that we don't have. So here we are. We kind of shows like what is in a vitamin pill, and we drink it with regular water, right? But the problem is that regular water, as Kevin said, has too big molecules, so it doesn't really absorb all the vitamins in your body, thus kind of wasting the whole vitamin itself, which you spend a lot of money on. Now let's see what happens with tap water. So this is kind of what goes in your body after drinking a vitamin. Then let's pour some 9.5 in here. Wow. So not even as much water as regular bottled water. And you can see that all these rich minerals and vitamins that going in your body, and like your body needs to absorb all of it. And this water helps you do that.
Yeah. So when you're like taking vitamins, supplements, any kind of pills, and you take it with tap water, it barely harnesses like the benefits of it, about like 25%. But when you drink Kangen water, it actually takes out 100% of the nutrients from the pills and brings it throughout your whole body. As you can see here, it's much darker and more vibrant than when you drink it with tap water.
Alright, our next demonstration after this, we will be showing you kind of a cleaning of all the food that we eat. I'm pretty sure a lot of us eat rice. And these are some cherry tomatoes that you can buy at Costco or HEB. And we're going to be using 11.5 water. And so what 11.5 water does is it detoxifies the food, and it kind of removes all like the pesticides and anything that is coating the fruits, the vegetables, the food that we eat.
So while she's pouring in the water, if you look at this tomato here, it's kind of like polished and shiny. That's because it's covered with an oil-based pesticide, as Tiffany was talking about just now. And the reason why farmers nowadays use oil-based pesticides is because they don't want to like every time like it rains or they water their plants that they have to reapply the pesticides, right? That's why they use oil-based. That's why every time they water their fruits or like it rains, the pesticides don't stay there. But what Kangen water does is that it has the power to emulsify oil and actually break down the oils on the surface of the fruits and wash out your pesticides.
So after pouring in the 11.5, I'll be using tap water to clean the other couple of tomatoes. So the purpose of using this water is to maximize the actual benefits of actually cleaning things. So we don't want to clean things halfway. We want to make sure that our food and anything that we ingest is healthy, full of nutrients, and not blocked by any toxins that may enter our body.
So now Tiffany will pour out the water from these two tomatoes into the two clear cups to show you what we get after we wash the tomatoes.
So here's the tap water.
This is what you get after you wash the tomatoes with tap water. It's still pretty clear in color, not that much stuff that's taking away from the tomatoes. Compared to Kangen water, which is like a dark yellow. And what you see here is actually the pesticides that are on the surface of these tomatoes that has just been taken off by Kangen's 11.5 water. So people, consumers nowadays unknowingly eat this stuff every day because they don't know that they're actually like oil-based pesticides on their fruits and vegetables.
Would anybody like to try the cherry tomatoes?
Okay. They're currently trying tomatoes washed with 11.5 water.
Alright, let's eat some.
Yeah, it's like sweet, and it just tastes more like fresh than normal.
Would anyone like to try the one that's washed with tap water?
Yeah, it's more sour, right? Yeah. That's the pesticide you're tasting.
Okay, so after we're going to kind of test the rice water. So that is with the 9.5.
And then this is for the tap water. Okay, as you can see, the Kangen 11.5 water is a little more yellowish and more murky than this one. It's still like coconut white in color because it hasn't completely washed off like all the pesticides on the rice. Yeah.
So that kind of concludes our demonstration for the microcluster technology. So those three characteristics makes up what's so special about this water and why we should be ingesting it. It's nothing like any other water, not like any other water machine or filter that you can buy in the market. It's super powerful. It's so beneficial to your body in order to improving and maintaining your health. And so this is kind of like an overview of what the strong acidic water is, what it does for our body. We didn't use that in our demonstration today, but it comes out the other end as the 11.5 water. So this one can be used to like clean your fruits and vegetables, your rice, anything that comes near your body, anything that you ingest. But 2.5 is the other strong acidic water, which it cleans cuts, any damages to your body. It cleans the floor, like it removes all the viruses and bacteria and germs that we can't